What's going on, guys? Dig here, ready to teach you how to do the torture path Easter egg, and yes, you can do it solo. Now, before we get started, there's a lot of things you guys need to know about the torture path Easter egg. It's not like a normal Easter egg when it comes to zombies. How it works is there are 3 different miniature maps, and you only can go up to round 10 for each individual map. And every single round, there's going to be a step that you need to complete, and if you missed it by a round, then you're going to have to probably restart because you're not going to be able to complete it because these Easter eggs are so round sensitive. Also, if you beat the first map and then you beat the second map, and then you fail the third map, you're gonna have to restart all the way back to the first map and redo all those Easter eggs. Same thing if you beat the first map and then you fail the second map, you gotta go back all the way to the first map and beat it once again. This Easter egg requires you to beat all 3 maps consecutively without failing it. And one thing that's really cool about Torture Path, it has its own leveling system. So the higher level that you become, the more damage you do to the zombies. So you're not at a total loss if you don't complete the Easter egg or you keep on failing over and over. And before we get started with the Easter egg, there's one major thing I need you to keep in mind when you are doing these Easter eggs is that on rounds 3, 6, and 9, there's going to be objectives that you must complete. If you do not complete these objectives, you will fail entirely. It will give you a defeat on the screen and it will send you back to the lobby. So for the love of God, complete your objectives. Also, I would like to state every time you complete an objective on every single map you play, there's going to be a battery that you need to fill up for Pack-a-Punch. So don't forget that. I'm just telling you that so it's an easy reminder that, hey, after I complete the objective, I got to go fill up a battery. Now, as soon as you load up World War II, you're going to click on Custom Match and then you're going to click on your game mode and then you're going to click on Torture Path. Once you click on Torture Path, make sure you're on the map Into the Storm. That is the very first map. Now you're going to go to lobby and I'm going to give you the setup for the first map. Now for the first map, for the special ability, you're going to use Frontline. Your mods are going to be Determination, Fully Loaded, and Resourceful. You're going to bring in the sap and your sticky grenades. Now if you're going to bring in consumables for the first map, I highly recommend bringing in max ammo or the special meter recharge. Now once you spawn in, the first step of the Easter egg on round 1 is we're going to have to find 6 different zombie parts. We're going to have to find 2 legs, 1 torso, 1 head, and 2 arms. Now it is imperative that you keep track of how many parts you have picked up because the game gives you no indicator that you picked up any parts. So you need to personally keep track of which parts you pick up. Now before I show you all 30 locations, we're going to go past the windmill and go on the other side and you're going to see this rope on the tree to your left. You're going to shoot the top of the rope and it's going to fall into the water. Now to your right, it's going to be a battery that we're going to have to fill up with 10 souls. As soon as the light turns off on top of the battery's fully charged and get down to 1 zombie, and now I can show you where all the zombie parts are, and now you can pick up all 6 parts as well. I will also put the zombie part in the top left corner so you know what spawn is for what zombie part. The first zombie part's gonna be located to the right side of Quick Revive on top of the tow hitch. The second zombie part's gonna be turning around going inside the house to the right side on top of the picnic basket. The third location is gonna be located to your left inside the fireplace. The fourth location is turning around going to your right, going down the hallway to the right side inside the sink. The fifth location is turning around going down the stairs into the basement to your left side on top of the wine rack to the right side. The sixth location is going forward, taking a left and taking another left on the ground located right there. The seventh location is going outside of the wine cellar to the right side up the stairs and it's gonna be located on the front of the truck right there. The eighth location is gonna be located past the blue truck and it's going to be on the ground to the right side of the electric cherry. And then the following 9th location is going to be located in the hole to the left side of the electric cherry. And then the 10th location is going to be located to your left side inside the fireplace. And then the 11th location is going to be further to your left inside that corner right there. The 12th location is going to be located to your left on top of the wheelbarrow. The 13th location is going to be located down the hill inside the fence right here. The 14th location is turning around going back up the hill inside the windmill to the right side of stamina on the ground. The 15th location is turning around and is going to be right above Pack-a-Punch on top of the windowsill. The 16th location is going to be located to your left underneath this bench. The 17th location is going to be located outside of the windmill to the left side on top of the fence post. The 18th location is turning around. It's going to be located on the fence post to your left. The 19th location is going to be located to your right on top of the cans. The 20th location is turning to your left and down the hill to the left side inside the bush right here. The 21st location is going to be located to your right and it's going to be located inside this flower pot. The 22nd location is going to be located to your left on top of the wood pile to the right side. The 23rd location is going to be turning around and it's going to be located inside the wheelbarrow to your left. The 24th location is going to be located to your right inside the house to the left inside the fireplace. The 25th location is turning around and it's going to be located on top of the bookshelf. The 26th location is going to be located to your left inside the wood debris. The 27th location is going to be located to your right in front of the door on top of the ceiling hanging down. The 28th location is going to be located outside of the house to the left side inside the flower pot. The 29th location is going to be located underneath it inside the flowers. The 30th location is going to be located to your right inside the boxes. Now before we end the round, we're going to grab Quick Revive and then grab an SMG. Also, before we move on, I know the electric cherry leg is really hard to see, but if you go to the left side and you look for this angle, you can slightly see it poking out of the hole. So if you do get this location, try to look at this angle to get a better idea if it's there or not. Now for round 2, all you're going to be doing is taking out the zombies, getting enough points for your speed cola and double tap. If you don't have enough points at the end of round 2 to get double tap, that's okay. Just get it on round 3. Now for round 3, all you're going to be doing is just completing your objective. Once you complete your objective and the new round is starting and you have the timer transitioning into round 4, you're going to go to the right side of the battery that you filled up earlier and you're going to see this branch that's going to be sticking in the water. You're going to hold down your interact button, which is going to raise the branch branch and you're going to collect the rope that's on the branch. Now, once you pick up the rope, there's going to be a supply drop in front of the windmill on the ground. You're going to open it up. Do not collect the max ammo. It is imperative that you do not collect the max ammo. You can grab whatever else you want. Just don't grab the max ammo. If you do grab the max ammo, it's not an end of the world. It's just going to help you later on to keep the max ammo there. Now, for the rest of the round 4, you're going to go inside the house at spawn and you're going to go downstairs inside the basement. And then you're going to find a battery on the backside of the stairs. You're going to fill up that battery and then you're going to end the round. What's I can give you while you're filling up this battery, you can take out the zombies that are going down the stairs as well, and they'll be close enough for the soul box as well. Also, on round 4, you should be able to have enough points to grab stamina as well. Now, as soon as round 5 starts, to the right side of Quick Revive, a drop pod's going to spawn in. There's going to be a lightning rod in front of the truck and in front of the cow that you have to pick up. The drop pod will not spawn in if you are missing a zombie part or if you did not pick up the rope. Just keep that in mind. If it did not spawn in, you're missing one of those parts. Now, in round 5, you should have 2 Westlings as well. You're going to shoot one of them to charge and enrage it to run through the other one, thus dropping its arm on the ground. You're going to go ahead and pick up his arm, and then we're going to do the next step. Here are a few tips I can give you for the Westling part. When you're trying to get their arm, you can get rid of all the zombies of the round because the Westlings count towards the round on Torture Path, unlike the normal maps. Also, you can loop yourself around the map, and once you get towards where the cow is, in the bushes to the right side is where the Westlings sometimes will respawn, and they'll get lined up perfectly with each other as well to make this step a lot easier to collect the arm. Now, on the same round 5, you're going to go into the windmill, and you're going to be placing the Westling's arm inside the gear to stop the windmill from spinning. We're going to have to stop it in a specific spot twice, and I'm going to show you how to do that with ease. Now, before we stop the windmill, you need to know that the blade that we're trying to stop at the very bottom is going to be the one that's the most intact, the one that has the longest white strip and the longest red strip. That's the one we're trying to stop at the very bottom. Now, the way they're going to stop the blade is you're going to stand inside the windmill, and you're going to stand right in front of the doorway. What you're going to do is you're going to wait for the blade that you're trying to stop, aka the one with the full ribbons on it, and you're going to wait until the white piece of the blade reaches this leaf if you're on mouse and keyboard. As soon as you see it about to reach or touch the leaf, then you're going to quickly turn around, and then you're going to place the arm inside the windmill as fast as possible. Using this strategy should allow you to stop the blade perfectly lining up with the metal rod with the door frame on the right side of the windmill entrance. That is exactly the lineup that you want. Now, to get the blade perfectly lined up, if you're playing on controller, you're going to want the white part of the blade to be on the leaf right here on this leaf, because on controller, you have to hold down your interact button and place the arm inside of it instead of a mouse and keyboard. Well, all you have to do is press it, so it's a faster interaction with mouse and keyboard, but it's a slower interaction with a controller. So you have to run to the windmill a little bit earlier to get the blade perfectly lined up. Once you get the blade perfectly stopped where it needs to be, you're going to go up to the rebar and you're going to place down the 6 zombie parts, the lightning rod, and the rope that you picked up earlier. Once you place down all the parts, go back inside the windmill and pick up his arm to get the windmill spinning again. Now, once the windmill is spinning again, what we're trying to do is line up the zombie at the very top of the windmill so lightning can strike it next round. So you're going to want the blade with the smallest red ribbon. That's the one you're going to want to stop at the very bottom of the windmill. Or you could just think of it as the blade that's on the opposite side of the zombie parts. Now, use the trick that I taught you earlier to stop the blade. Go ahead and go inside the windmill, wait in front of the doorway, wait for the white part of the blade goes to the leaf that you're looking for, and then stop the windmill. Once you stop the windmill, if the left side of the blade with the metal rod lines up with the door frame on the right side of the windmill, that is the perfect lineup that you want. And if it's perfectly straight with the white lines at the top of the windmill right here. Now, once you got the windmill lined up, don't end the round just yet. What we're going to do is we're going to hit the mystery box for the starter weapons over to the left side of Quick Revive repeatedly until we get the jacks. The reason why we keep on buying this one is it's only 500 points. Once you get the jacks, then you can end the round. Now, during the transition from round 5 to round 6, the zombie that's going to be the top of the windmill is going to get lightning strike and it's going to fall to the ground. Now, what you're going to have to do for the next round is you're going to have to start filling up with souls. The more souls that you feed it, the more health that it will spawn in. I want you to keep in mind that you absolutely do not have to do this if you don't want to. It's just highly recommended so it has more health when you escort it the next round. Because what happens on round 6 is that you're going to have to deal with another objective, and this is where it's make or break for the Easter egg if you get a good objective or a crappy objective. So if you can fill up the soul box, good. If you can't, not a big deal. Just make sure you focus on getting that objective completed, because if you don't, like I stated earlier, you will fail. Once you complete the objective on round 6, round 7 will start. As soon as round 7 starts, the zombie that fell from the windmill will wake up and he will start walking. What you have to do now is you have to protect him and escort him to the other side of the map. Also on round 7, you're going to have to fill up a battery that's going to be near the drop pod over here to the left side. So you're going to end the round and you're going to wait when round 7 starts. Once round 7 starts, you're going to throw a jack on the ground and then you're going to run over and make sure that the zombie woke up and it started walking. As soon as your first jack blows up, you're going to throw your second jack and then you're going to wait for your second one to blow up near the battery, and then you're going to throw your third one at the battery as well. Once you throw your third one, you're going to quickly run over and grab the max ammo, and then you're going to wait till you hear the explosion, and then you're going to throw another jack. Wait till that one blows up, throw another jack, wait for that one to blow up, and then throw your another jack. Once you throw your third jack, go ahead and pick up the other supply drop waiting on the ground. ground and get another max ammo. Go ahead and continue escorting the zombie to the other side of the map by throwing your other 3 jacks one at a time. And then once the zombie reaches this house and goes inside this hole, you're going to continue filling up the battery if it's not filled up all the way. Once you fill up that battery, Pack-a-Punch is going to be available. Also, do not end the round because you're going to want to Pack-a-Punch your sap. The Pack-a-Punch is going to be located inside the windmill over here to the right side. Go ahead and Pack-a-Punch both your weapons and then end the round. Once you end the round, the zombie's going to come out of the hole and you're going to have to escort him, and you're going to have to fill up the soul box that he's carrying in his hand. I need you to be very careful too as well, because the zombies can still damage him and take him out. And also, do not be near him too, because if a bomber rushes you and blows up, it does a tremendous amount of damage to him. So do Westlings as well. So just protect him as much as you can and fill up the soul box that's in his hand. Once the soul box is completely filled, the battery will be glowing green in his hand. Now you can let the zombies take him out or let him walk all the way down to the basement and drop it on the ground for you. One thing I want you to keep in mind is do not let him die out on the first floor of the house that he's going to walk into, because the battery has a chance to fall through the floor and you will not be able to pick it up. So either let him get to the very bottom of the basement or let him get taken out outside of the house. Also, another tip I can give you while you're escorting the zombie, if you have your ability, you can activate it and it will pull all the zombies towards you as well. But once the zombie makes it to the bottom and he dies out right here, go ahead and pick up the battery. He drops on the ground and place it inside this console. Once it's inside the console, the door to your right side will open up and you can go ahead and pick up this sword. Once you pick up the sword, you have completed the Easter egg, but you're not done just yet. Once round 9 starts, you're going to have to complete an objective. Once you complete the objective, you're on round 10. Now, once round 10 starts, the flamethrower big guy will spawn in, and what's going to happen is he's going to have a bubble that's going to be protecting him. You're going to have to bring him to one of the mortar strikes and keep him in the mortar area range to drop the mortar on top of him to break his bubble. Then you can damage him. Just rinse and repeat that by breaking his bubble, doing enough damage to him to eventually kill him off. Once you kill him off, the next round will start, and all you have to do is escape. All you have to do is stand inside the square before the timer runs out. As long as you're inside the square when the timer runs out, you have completed this map and you'll get a victory on your screen. Once you get a victory on your screen, you are completely done with the first map and you're ready to move on to the second map. Now, once you're back at the lobby, go ahead and click escape, circle, or B, and then you're going to click on the map, and then you're going to click on the second map across the depths. You can also change your map in the bottom left corner if you click this tab right here, and then you click on your map, and then you click on whatever map you want to play. I would also like to state, once you beat the first map, do not exit out of the lobby, do not turn off your game, do not do any of that, because then if you do, then you have to restart from the first map once again. Now let's go over your setup for the second map. You're going to want Frontline as your special ability. Your mods are going to be Determination, Fully Loaded, and Specialist Training, plus bring in your sticky grenades in this app. Now, out of all 3 Torture Path maps, the second one is definitely the hardest one, so please pay close attention. Now, as soon as you spawn in, you're going to go to the back side of the boat. To the right side, you'll find a battery. Go ahead and fill up that battery. Now, before we end the first round, go ahead and grab Quick Revive and grab an SMG as well. Now, get the route to 1 zombie, and then I'm going to show you 9 locations where a battery is going to spawn in later in the Easter egg. I'm just going to show you them now so you get a little bit of practice and knowing where the spawns are. I highly recommend running this route repeatedly on round 1 until you get the practice down of knowing where the batteries are going to be, because when you're in the middle of the round and you're dealing with a lot of zombies, it's going to get really hectic, and it's going to be nice to knowing where these battery spawns are. The first battery location could be to the left side of Quick Revive. The second battery locations could be located underneath the boat. The third battery locations could be located to the left side of this door inside this basket. The fourth battery locations could be located to your left against the boat right there. The fifth location could be located to your right side leaning against the boat right there as well. The sixth location is turning to your left going down the stairs to your right side right above the battery to the right. And the seventh and final location is going to be turning to your left and turning around, and it's going to be located inside this basket. Now go ahead and go inside the boat and go into the barracks area. You're going to find a battery over here to the left side, have everybody melee it, and then your FOV is going to get higher, and then also zombies are going to be able to go invisible. This will stay on for the entirety of the Easter egg, so keep that in mind. It's quite annoying, but you're going to have to deal. Now head to the back left side of the boat. Inside this room, you'll see a projector. Don't end the round just yet. I'm going to end the round, and then I'm going to show you where 9 fish locations are, and then you're going to learn the path real quick, and then end the round, and then shoot these 9 fishes. The first fish location is going to be located to your right side inside this box. The second fish location is going to be located down the room, and it's going to be on top of the vent. The third fish location is going to be located to your left going down the hallway right here in this corner. The fourth location is going to be located down the hallway to your right, and it's going to be located on top of this table. And then going to your left, the fifth location is going to be located on top of this vent right here. And then the sixth location is going inside the barracks. It's going to be located to your left on top of this cabinet. And then the seventh location is going to be located past the battery. It's going to be inside the window on top of the bed. The eighth location is going to be turning to your right going down the hallway to your left on top of the trash can. And then the ninth and final location is going to be turning around going down the hallway, and it's going to be located to the right on top of these stairs. Now, after you shoot the fish and then you're going to end the round, what's going to happen is you're going to have to buy a battery that's going to cost you 3,000 points. You're going to have to do this 3 times to get a total of 9,000 points in total. So do not spend your points unless I tell you to. Now head to the back side of the boat, and then you're going to end the round. Once you end the round in this corner, a fish is going to spawn in. You're going to follow the fish and escort it to the first location. Once it stops, a battery is going to spawn in, and you're going to head upstairs, and you're going to find your battery. Once you find your battery, you're going to purchase it, and then you're going to carry it to this holder. Now, a major tip I can give you while you are carrying this battery, go ahead and drop drop it, pick it up as you're walking like I do in this clip. I taught you this trick back in Final Reich. This will help you carry the battery a lot faster and not get caught up by the zombies. Now, once you place the battery in the holder, it's still going to be round 3 and you're going to have to complete an objective. Sometimes you get lucky like I did in this clip where it says repair and the zombies are going to spawn in infinitely until I finish the objective. Then I can finish filling up this battery. But sometimes you get unlucky and you won't get a good objective. That's okay. Just complete the objective and then go to the next round and then go ahead and start filling up the battery. Also, once you complete the objective and it's round 4, there's going to be a supply drop at the top of the boat that you can collect and you can grab everything that you want. It doesn't matter. Also, if you pick up the pickaxe and you do the special dash effect with it, it'll put your FOV back to normal as well. If you want to do that, that's just up to you. But once you're on round 4 and you fill up the battery for the fish, you're going to escort it to the other side of the boat and then it's going to stop. Once it stops, another battery is going to spawn in and you're going to go purchase a new battery and bring it all the way over here to the other side of the boat. If you do get cut off by the zombies, don't be afraid to just drop the battery, make a loop around the boat, and then pick up the battery once again and then bring it as far as you can. But once you bring the battery and put it in the holder, you're going to have to start filling up this soul box. Now, before you fill up this battery on round 4, you're going to have to go fill up another battery that's going to be in front of the first fish battery inside this projector room. Once you finish filling up this battery, then go back to the other battery and finish filling that one up. Also, right now, you could go ahead and grab Speed Cola as well. Now, while you're filling up the second fish battery, you should be on round 5, so I'm just doing another check on you. If you're on round 5 and you're filling up this battery, you're right on track. Also, keep in mind, while you are filling up this battery, in the back left corner, there are spawns for zombies to spawn in right there. Be careful and keep an eye out because sometimes bombers will spawn right there and totally mess you up. Also, I would like to say that this one is definitely the hardest one to fill up, so if you do get crowded at any time, take out a few zombies, leave, come back, take out a few, and leave and come back. Just repeat that over and over again until you fill up this battery. Don't get yourself trapped inside this corner. Also, if you get low ammo at any point, you could also go to these little ammo cashews and then buy ammo for 500 points. Every time you purchase ammo, it does go up in points as well. Also, at this point, you should have enough points to buy double tap. It's going to be located in front of the second fish battery location. Now, once you're done finished filling up the second fish battery, go ahead and escort it to the middle of the boat. It's going to stop right here. Now, you're going to go ahead and go purchase a third battery and go place it inside the holder. Once you place it in the holder, go ahead and fill it up the battery with the rest of the zombies that's on the round, and then go ahead and end the round. Once the round ends and it's round 6, it's going to be an objective. Complete your objective. Do not try to fill up the battery during this objective because if you fill up this battery all the way, you're going to go to a lockdown and you're going to want to have Pack-a-Punch in this lockdown. Now, once it's round 7, go ahead and get into the barracks and then you're going to find a third battery that you're going to fill up for Pack-a-Punch. Once you fill up this battery, Pack-a-Punch is going to be available right beside you, and then you're going to Pack-a-Punch your sap. You can go ahead and Pack-a-Punch your other weapon as well if you want, but you don't have to. All you need is the sap to be Pack-a-Punch for the boss fight. Now, go back to the third fish battery and fill it up. If it does not finish filling up on round 7, finish it on round 8, and then once you fill it up, you're going to be sent into a lockdown. Once you spawn inside the lockdown, you're going to be on a floating platform. Wait for the other floating platform to spawn in front of you, and then run and jump on that one, and then jump onto the next one. Please do not fall off the platforms, because if you do, you will instantly die. You're going to watch a miniature cutscene, and then once the cutscene's over, go ahead and take out all the zombies and the special zombie that spawns in. Once you take them out, the next platform will spawn in, and run and jump to that platform to the other side. Once you make it to the other platform, another cutscene's going to happen. After the cutscene, another special zombie's going to spawn in. Go ahead and take out the special zombie, take out the other zombies, and then wait for the other platform to spawn in on the other side, and then run and jump on that one, and the next one, and then land on the third one. Once you land on the third platform, go ahead and wait for the cutscene to be done, and then take out the special zombie that spawns in, take out the rest of the zombies, and then run and jump on the next platform over. Once you get to the final platform, there's going to be a bunch of buckets that are going to spawn in, and then a fish is going to spawn in. This fish is going to go inside the bucket, and then it's going to start moving around with all the other buckets. And then once the buckets stop moving, you're going to have to shoot one of the buckets so you think the fish is going to be inside. One tip that you can do is you could throw a grenade on the bucket, and then once the bucket stop moving, then you can look for the bucket that looks a little bit more darker, and then shoot that bucket, and that one's your guarantee going to be your fish. Now, if you mess up and you shoot the wrong bucket, or you didn't find the bucket that had the fish, a special zombie is going to spawn in. Just take him out, and then it's going to rinse and repeat. It's going to increasingly get harder and harder with the special zombie spawning in if you keep on messing up and not finding the fish. But other than that, once you find it for the third time, it's going to kick you out of this, and then to your right side, by Pack-a-Punch, you're going to find the sword. You're going to want to pick that up, and then you're going to pick up the pomade that's going to be on the table as well. Now you are completely done with the Easter egg, but you're not done just yet. So now finish round 8, and then once you're done with round 8, you're going to go ahead and finish the objective that's on round 9, and once you're done with the objective on round 9, then the big guy's going to spawn in. Go ahead and take out the big guy. You don't have to do anything special. Just shoot him and take him out. And then once you take out the big guy, go ahead and go back to spawn, and then you're going to have to escape. You don't have to be inside this square until the timer runs out. Just make sure you're inside the square once the time runs out, just like the first map. And once the timer ends and you get a victory on your screen, you are completely done with this map, and now we can move on to the third and final map of Torture Path. Now click the tab in the bottom left corner and choose the third map, Beneath the Ice. Now let's get set up with the loadout that you're going to want to bring. Now your specialist ability is going to be Free Fire, your mods are going to be Specialist Training, Fully Loaded, and Mark II. Also bring in the sticky grenades and the 1911. Now as soon as you spawn in, go to your left and then go up the stairs, and then you'll find Speed Cola right here. If you turn around, there is a battery. Go ahead and fill up that battery, and then keep one zombie for this round. Now once you got it down to one zombie, go ahead and buy an SMG and get Quick Revive. Now head into the center and then melee the battery over here to the right side 3 times and have everybody else do the same thing. Now, if you make your way to the other side of the map, you'll find this wall over here that will have a bunch of symbols and patterns on it that you're going to have to punch in a code, and I'll show you how to find the code. Somewhere around this map, there's going to be 14 different locations where your code is going to spawn in. It can only spawn in on even rounds, and it's going to look like something like this. Now, once you do find your code, you're either going to write it down or take a picture of it, and then you're going to go back to the symbol wall and you're going to punch in your code. So for mine, it's going to be A2, B5, B3, and then C1. You're wanting to put in your codes from left to right. Now, as you see in my gameplay, I'm going to put in my 4 different symbols, and then once I put in all 4 different symbols in the right order, my wall is going to flash red. Once it flashes red, that's an indicator that you put in the correct code. Now, like I stated earlier, you can only find this code on even rounds. If you want to put in your code on round 1, you can if you look at this cheat sheet that I made for you guys. Right now on your screen, you're going to see all the aid code possibilities that it could be. So you're going to work your way from the top left all the way down, and then work on your way to the top right all the way down until the wall flashes red. If it doesn't flash red after you try to put in all these codes, then you can start putting in all the B codes. On your screen right now, I'm showing you all the B code possibilities that there could be. So you're going to start your way from the top left, and then work your way down, and then work your way on the top right, and then work your way down. Now, if you put in all these codes and the wall does not flash red, and then you're going to work on the C codes. On your screen right now is the cheat sheet for all these C codes, so you can work your way on the top left, make your way down, and then work on the middle one, and then make your way to the top right, and then work your way all the way down. By this time, if you put in all the codes, one of these codes should have made your wall flash red. Now, I'm going to show you all 14 locations where these symbols are going to spawn in. Remember, it only spawns in on even rounds, so you're going to be looking for this code on round 2 if you didn't want to put in your code on round 1. The first thing that you need to do if you want to see the codes is you got to interact with the battery that you laid earlier. Once you interact with this battery, your FOV is going to get bigger like the second map. Now, only when you're in this vision can you see these symbols. Now, the first symbol location is going to be located right above the battery over to the left side underneath the gargoyle. The second symbol location is going to be located going forward past the blood pool underneath this ledge right here. The third one is going to be located on the other side across this doorway. It's going to be located right above the door frame to the left. The fourth location is going to be located to your right side right beside the scaffolding on the wall right there. The fifth location is going to be located to your right side against the stone wall. The sixth location is turning around going through the doorway. It's going to be located underneath this ledge. The seventh location is going to be turning around going up the stairs on top of the crossbeam right there. The eighth location is going to be located up the stairs to the right side right above the vase right here. The ninth location is going to be further down the hallway to the right side against the wall. The 10th location is going to be located down the stairs to the left side against the column. The 11th location is turning around and is going to be located to the left side of the electric cherry in the back wall. The 12th location is going to be turning to your left going through the doorway, and it's going to be to the right underneath this doorway right here. And then the 13th location is going through the doorway to your right, going all the way down the stairs, take a right above the SMG wall by against the wall right there. And for the 14th and final location is going to be located up the main staircase over here to the left side against the wall. Now, at any point while you are searching for the code, if your screen flashes white and your FOV goes back down, you have to go interact with the battery once again to go back into that vision mode to find your code. Like I stated earlier, you cannot see this code unless you're on an even round, and also if you're not in the vision mode. Now, another thing that you need to know about this wall is you can put up to 8 inputs in total on this wall. So say if you put up 4 and then you went back to go put in your actual code and then it failed, it's because you already put in 4 inputs. So you need to reset the wall every time you put in your code, or if you already did put in a code, it automatically resets as well. Also, you'll know when it resets when you push in the buttons 8 times in total, and then all the buttons go into the wall at the same time, and then you hear an audible click as well. So now end around, go to round 2, find your code, put in your code in the wall, and then you're ready for the next step. Now, before we end the round to go to round 3, go ahead and grab Speed Cola, and then go ahead and end the round. Once you end the round, in front of the wall, the crate is going to spawn out of the sky onto the ground. Go ahead and open it up and pick up the hilt. Once you pick up the hilt, go to the center and place the hilt in the center as well. And once you place down the hilt in the main stairs going up to the center, there will be a flare box in the right side. Go ahead and pick up flares out of the box. Now, once you pick up the flares, you're going to head into the center, and to your left side, you'll find a brazier. Go ahead and line yourself up to throw the flare above you and to bank shot it off the back wall. Once it falls in and lights up the brazier, you can move to your right side and move on to the next one. There's going to be 4 total in this center area. Go ahead and throw your flares to light up all 4 of them. Also, you can only carry 2 flares at a time, so go ahead and pick up 2 new ones out of the box repeatedly until you light up all 4 of them. One thing I want you to keep in mind as well, you are timed during this to light them all up. If you don't light up all 4 of them fast enough, they will slowly go out. Also, I do know that you're on an objective round, so if you can do this during an objective round, great. If you can't, that's okay. Just do it during the transition from round 3 to round 4 when you have that 20-second timer. If you can't do it during that timer, that's okay. Just do it during round 4. Now, once you light up all 4 braziers, go ahead and pick up a new set of flares and then go to the right side down the main stairs. Over here, you're going to go ahead and throw another flare on the ground on top of this cauldron to light it up. Once you light it up, go ahead and grab your supply crate, and over to the right side, you'll find another symbol in the wall that opened up after you lit up that cauldron. Once you pick up that symbol, go ahead and fill up the battery that's right beside the crate, and then once that battery is filled up, go to the back side of the map and go ahead and place down your symbol. Now that it's on round 4, go ahead and interact with the battery, find your new code, and then go ahead and input your code inside the wall. Once you put in the correct code inside the wall, go ahead and pick up double tap and grab stamina as well, and then end the round. Once you end the round, the care package will spawn in right in front of the code wall. Go ahead and open it up and pick up the pomade. Once you pick up the pomade, go back to the center and place it inside the middle. Now, if you head down the main stairs, you'll find a circle stone pressure pad. If you stand on it, it will get pressed in. Now, once you stand on it and it's pressed in, you cannot leave this stone until you get 30 kills. I highly recommend taking out the zombies with your regular SMG, and then to the point where you get surrounded, switch to your M1911s and activate your ability. This will pack up onto your M1911s and just take out the rest. The way that you know when you're done with this step is you'll hear a little music go off, and you can also look in the dead center and you'll see blood spewing out of the gargoyles inside the center as well. That's how you know when you're done with this step. Also, if you do go down during this lockdown, that's okay. You can just stay on top of the pressure pad, take out the zombies, and they will still count towards it as well. Just don't move off of the pressure pad as soon as you get revived. Now, if you're playing with multiple players, there's gonna be 4 stone circles that everybody has to stand on their own and get kills as well. And they also cannot leave the stone. If you're playing with more than one player, then you have to get 60 kills in total instead of 30 on single player. Also, if you're playing with multiple players, all players have to be standing on a specific stone pad depending on how many players you're playing in the game. So for example, if you're playing with 2 players, one player is going to be on the melee perk one, then the second player is going to be on the stamina up one. If you're playing with 3 players, one player is going to be on the quick revive one, and the other one's going to be on the melee perk one, and the third one's going to be on the stamina one. If you're playing with 4 players, it's going to be the last 3 that I just listed, but the 4th player is going to be on the double tap one. But once you're done with that step, go to the center, and then on the blood pool, you'll find a stone symbol. Go ahead and pick it up, and then go ahead and go put it on your code wall. Go ahead and end the round and go to round 6, and then complete your objective. Also, during the objective, you can also try to look for your another code, but if you can't find the code on round 6 because you're doing the objective, don't worry about it. Just complete the objective and go to round 7. Once you're on round 7, go ahead and fill up the battery that's in front of Pack-a-Punch, and then once you fill up the battery, Pack-a-Punch is unlocked. Go ahead and go to the spawn starter weapon box, and then keep on spinning until you get the sap, get the jacks, and then get the SVT. Once you get all these items, go ahead and Pack-a-Punch your SVT, and also Pack-a-Punch your sap if you want to as well. You don't have to, just need to Pack-a-Punch the SVT. Now, as soon as you end the round to get to round 8, go ahead and interact with the battery. Go ahead and find your code for the wall, and go ahead and put in your code into the wall. As soon as you do that, go ahead and end the round, and then once you end the round, the supply crate will spawn in. Go ahead and open up the crate, and then grab the item that's inside the crate, which is going to be the blade. Go to the center, place it in the center, and then assemble the sword. As soon as you assemble the sword, go ahead and pick up the blade, and then you are done with the Easter egg, but you're not done just yet. Go ahead and finish the objective on round 9, and then wait in the center for round 10. Now, as soon as round 10 starts, go ahead and throw a jack on the ground, and then you're going to activate your ability. The enemy's going to spawn on top of the gargoyle right there, and you're going to spam shoot him with the SVT. Now, while your ability is activated, you have infinite ammo, so you should be able to take him out really quickly. If you do not take him out quick enough, he will start healing from the gargoyles up above. Once he starts doing this and the blood starts pouring into him, go ahead and shoot it until break it. Once you break the gargoyle, he's going to fall on the ground and be stunned. Go ahead and keep on damaging him to take him out. Once you take him out completely, you are done with this Easter egg. All you have to do now is escape. Go to the main stairs, and you'll go to the escape square and go ahead and chill inside of it. One tip I can give you while you're chilling inside of it, just like the second map, you can just spam melee your sword and protect yourself the entire time, and then once the timer runs out and you're inside the square when the time runs out, you have completed the torture path Easter egg. Also, once you got the victory on your screen and you did get a cutscene right after it, then you are completely done with the torture path Easter egg. But if you did not get a cutscene, then you did fail one of the Easter eggs, or you left the lobby when you weren't supposed to, and you got to start back all the way back from the first map. But other than that, I hope you did beat the Easter egg, and I'll catch you guys in the next one for Advanced Warfare. Peace!